Okay, thank you once again for joining us, my fellow. I want to greet you once again. I want to say good morning, and I want to say good afternoon, and I want to say good evening to you, depending on where you are joining us from. Something happened, I think 2 days ago, that I personally disagree with it. I know many, in fact, almost 90% of the people around the world disagree with that character. And what is the character? We saw what happened to the former president of the United States of America by name Donald Trump. You know, the United States security personnel and the media, they told us that Trump was attacked. In fact, they attempted to assassinate him. Not just that they said, but there is video evidence to that. So I believe in democracy. And I believe that so far, democracy is the best form of government that any nation can adopt and practice. And believe you me, if you give democracy a chance to thrive, every one of us will surely enjoy it and be happy. You know, Trump went on to campaign for his presidential. He is, you know, he is the Republican Party presidential nominee, and he is going around the country to convince the masses to vote for him. Of course, you know that democracy is a game of number. Democracy is a game of the majority. The majority make decisions for the rest of the country, for the rest of the minority, which is the beauty of democracy. If you think you are popular, what do you need to do? If you think your opinion is the most superior and more popular, what do you need to do? Convince the people to vote for you. And unfortunately, a young man, they said on his 20s, shot the former president. Luckily to him, he succeeded it. He didn't die. And I want to say thank you, God, for saving him. You know, like, I know a lot of people disagree with Trump, but I agree with him, right? I think I admire many of his actions, you know, and one thing I admire so much about him is the courageous in him, you know, like he believes in himself. And I think that is evidence of a man. You must believe in yourself. You must believe that this thing is doable, and you must fight to achieve your goals in life. And I want to say that the best way to express your opinion in democracy is to convince the people to believe in your own idea. If you disagree with President Trump in his opinion, in his idea, of course, November is just a few months ahead. You can wait. Go there and vote to whom you think will do what you want. You know, like a lot of people I've spoken to, I used to tell them that the beauty of democracy is that the democracy will allow you to checkmate the leaders. Democracy is the only system of government that will allow you to judge the so-called leaders. You know, and the most beautiful part of democracy is when the voting system is in order. That is when you are very sure that your vote will count. Because if your vote doesn't count, democracy means nothing. You know, that's why Africa is suffering. Because their vote is just as nothing as trash. The leaders make decisions who to be in the power, and nobody can change it, even though they will allow you to come and vote just to, make the international community feel that, yes, we are really practicing democracy. Yeah, but the indigenous people who care to know, who dig deep, who do researches, who live in the system, understand how it works. I was one of them. You know, yeah. So I want to say to my fellow Americans and the global citizens that nobody, for any reason, should attack anybody. If you disagree with my opinion, remember, that's your opinion. And my opinion is my opinion. And there is no law that says I must agree with you or that you must agree with me. But there is law that says after every 4 years, we've got to go to to vote to elect those that will lead us, represent us in the local and in international policy. So please, I want to urge you, embrace peace, embrace prosperity, embrace a united nation. When I say United Nation, I don't mean UN in New York. I mean united country. Let us come together and know that, hey, regardless of the disagreement we have, this is our country. And it is only us, I mean we the people, that can make it work. Not really those so-called leaders. No. Those guys are just there to represent you and I. That is why we've given the power to question them, to ask them questions, by going to vote to whom you like. Trump is, yes, asking you to vote for him, but you are not on gunpoint. You can vote to whomsoever you like. Nobody will ask you questions. Let's stop violence. Violence is not the best way to change anything in life. Violence can never take us to anywhere. Rather, it will destroy that which we have built, which our forefathers have struggled to build for us. And I think it is more better for us to know that he whom much is given, much is expected. And I want to tell you, fellow Americans, much is given to the people, and much is expected from all of us as human beings. And I want to remind us that all what we are enjoying today was built by our ancestors. And because we have given this much opportunity to be born in the age of technology and science, we've got to build it to be in a better place. We've got to make the world to be more sweet, to be more beautiful, and more comfortable for our unborn children. Our target is not just to make it better for ourselves, but to make it livable for the unborn. And the unborn is my children and your children. So do not think you are struggling or you are doing this for anybody. You are actually doing it for yourself. And if you are at the part of destruction, no, you are not just destroying yourself, but you are destroying your future and the future of your unborn children. And these children are your children and my children. And I want us to join hands together to stop any form of violence in our community, in our country, in our villages, in our cities, and in our home.